Hey guys! So today we're going to talk a little bit about rabbit poop and how to use it as a fertilizer for plants, or just how to dispose of it, what to do with it. So let's just get started with her pan, if I can get it open. And she has poop, and so this poop, and with it is hay. Now, a lot of people don't like to have hay when they buy their manure. So when you do have someone buying manure, what you want to do is you want to take out as much hay as possible, and it's going to look like that when you're finished. You just simply take a shovel, just a little garden shovel, just like that, and you scoop the poop away from the hay. And if you've got any pieces of hay, you just take them out. And you just shovel it up and put it in the bag. Let's see. So if you miss a little bit of poop, that's fine. You may want to get your every penny out of it, but that is very hard to do. As you can see, I have a pile of poop from when the pan overflowed. And so I just keep dumping it in the bag. And if there's a little bit of poop left, don't worry. You can either leave it in the pan. You want to scoop out the hay. And you can just put it on the ground. Rabbit poop and urine really isn't too disgusting. I notice female rabbit urine has a sweeter smell to it and doesn't have a very gross smell to it. It's, I'd say, one of the least stinkiest urines of any animal I've ever come in contact with. But there's probably other animals that are not as stinky. But still, it's quite smell-free. Right now, I'm not smelling anything, and this right here is just pure urine. So I have that all shoveled out, and just set my manure bag aside. Ew, that was kind of gross. So handling rabbit manure by hand really isn't that bad. You don't get any diseases, except for a strain of, I think, herpes. Yeah. So, oh man, it's always hard getting this giant pan back in, especially single-handed. So, caring for rabbits, you can get extra money from the poop when you have no hay in your pan. When you are collecting manure, you want a bag with a hole in the bottom, because when you just dump pans, you will get a lot of urine. I simply just used an empty feed sack, and it kind of just drains itself. There's another one. These were all clean this morning. I clean them twice a day to prevent stink, because I don't use any sort of bedding in there. So, pans like this, I just dump in my own personal compost for it to be turned into soil and sold at a later date. And what's easiest about doing this outside is you don't have to worry about those drippings that I just took a video of, because it's just going right into the ground. Another thing to do with your manure if you're outside is, quite simply, if you have a kind of a clean pan, you just shovel it right onto the ground. See, so it's on the ground, and it helps with controlling mud. Rabbit poop usually doesn't stick to your feet unless it's been sitting for a while. That's empty, of course. So I have wood shavings that I use. See, those are usually in that bucket. It just makes my life a whole lot easier, but apparently I gotta fill up that bucket. Hi, can you please move? So this is the rabbit that is litter trained. That would be why her cage doesn't have a grate, is because it's not needed. She sometimes has a few accidents, but it's usually cleanable. I mean, she does poop right there also, but I can't fit two litter pans into that box. Yes, this latch is always a pain to hook. So, I've calculated that with rabbit manure, you can get your money back for feed if you sell it for $1 a pound. Even 50 cents a pound works, because if you really consider it, 25% of the weight of feed is lost when it's formed into dry pellets. And if you include the urine, and the pellets have been soaking in the urine for probably, 48 hours, or just however long you've had it in your manure bag, it adds a lot of weight to it. So you gain that 25% back. So feed is actually less than $1 a pound if you buy it in the 50-pound feed sacks. So little compost converters right here, or food converters, they, produce the pellets that we like to put on our plants. So rabbit poo, as you can see, I have it all over the ground because I dump it on the ground because it's good for the soil. Rabbit poo does not burn plants when you put it directly on them. You can take rabbit poo and just throw it right in your garden. Just sprinkle it across all the plants, and it won't harm them. It's actually very good for the plants. Only maybe I hear 20% of the fibers are actually digested. So still a lot of it comes out as just pretty much compacted hay. But the only reason why most people don't like hay or hay particles like these in their manure is because it just doesn't look good, and it makes a mess, and it actually makes it smell a lot worse. So thank you for watching. I hope you like this video on what to do with rabbit manure. Another option is, if you're inside, you can just throw it right out your back door onto your lawn or whatever. So enjoy. I will see you guys later.